Grandma Nina here with vlog number 2. Can't believe we made it this far. Okay, so I'm just going to jump right into it with topic of the day. Today I'm going to talk about saving for Disney, saving for a vacation, more or less how I save for Disney or a vacation. So first thing is, I have to pay for my vacations just like you guys. We live on a budget just like everyone else. I don't just get to go to Disney for free and willy-nilly get to do whatever I want. I have to pay too. So that means we do also have to budget and save for Disney. So my favorite thing I like to do involves the kids. So this is our fun jar. Let's see if I can show it to you. So first of all, the kids and I, we discuss what we want to do Disney-wise. And then I find the images on Google, put it on a piece of paper, and this is kind of like how we visualize what we're saving for. I like having a visual in particular because I feel like if we can see it, we can feel it, we can grasp it, it's there, it can happen. If it's just like, oh, we're going to put $20 away in a bank account, you know, whatever. Sometimes I feel like you forget to do that. But when you have it in your hand, when you walk past it every day, depending on where you place it, we place it very open, like everyone can see it kind of thing. I feel like it gets stuffed more and more because we see it. We want to fill it up. So like I said, we put images on this thing that we want to do. So for us, there was a princess. My daughter, for the first time, really got interested in the princesses. She wanted to do the princess makeover. She wanted to eat with princesses. Previous vacations, that wasn't really an interest of hers, so we didn't do it. We love staying at the Polynesian, which of course is a pricey resort, so that's on there. Gotta have my Mickey pretzel, gotta have my Mickey pretzel, love my Mickey pretzel, and Disney Cruise Line. So, again, I kind of already have these trips planned and booked. I know what we're going to do, but the kids don't know. So this is something I love because even though I don't expect coffee money and garage sale money and all those kind of monies that we would save for to actually physically pay for the trip, the bulk of the trip, what I like the fun jar for is this is for the extras. These are for the little things that we pay for extra, like the princess makeover or a special meal or, you know, whatever. So this is our fun jar. So I have to be honest and tell you that we started this not last December, but the December before that. So just over a year ago. And my kids have already saved $800. That's right. And do you know where we get this money? It's all from my kids selling their crap. This is my kids going through their toy box and routinely checking for toys they no longer play with. This is me checking their drawers for clothes they can't fit, they're not going to wear, they're done with. I am really big at selling on Facebook on the mom-to-mom sites, and this is where our money goes. And you can see this thing is chock full. We took a bunch of money out already because we just got back from Disney World. And I often will put a little note in here on how much we spent. So that's like not focusing. Let's see. Too close. It's on paper. Oh well. So it looks like I took just over $300 out for our passports. And I took $200 for Disney World. Again, like I said, this money isn't the bulk price of the trip. But $800, like, I still have a buttload of money left. I could have possibly paid for the dining plan or memory maker. Like, it's how much you want to save and what you want to put the money towards. I also like the fun jar concept because I don't want my kids thinking they get stuff for free. Even though mommy, you know, is a vacation planner and I book trips to Disney and as a reward we get to go to Disney, my kids get all that. But at the same time, I don't want them being spoiled. I want them to know we have to work hard. They see me every day working hard at my job, and I want them to work hard too. So this is their way of contributing to the fun that they have at Disney. And apparently I need to start spending this money. I apparently don't spend enough. Or they're selling too much stuff. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I love this concept because it's visual and they can see it. And I put a little slit in the top. I don't know if you can see that. So when they sell their shoes or when they sell their stuffed animals or whatever, I'll tell them, hey, you know, guess who made $10 today? And they'll grab the $10 and they'll put it in the jar. So looks like I need to update this picture for our next adventure because apparently I am not spending this money quick enough. But anyway, this is our favorite way of saving money. I let my income support the actual trip, but this is the fun. And it looks like we could be having a lot more fun at Disney, or I'm not using it to pay our bills, so maybe I should start. But anyway, fun jar. I highly suggest you sit down with your family and you just talk about what it is you want in a vacation, what it is that you think you might want to do. Ask them that stuff now. The trip can still be a surprise. They don't need to know they're going. They don't need to know they're going when. But those little things you can already ask them, and then you can prepare and they can save and they can visualize, and I think this is a great thing. So anyway, fun jar. This is my favorite thing. The other way that my family loves to save, so I don't know how to say this, is the Disney Visa card. I don't know why it's all blurry today, guys. There we go. Disney Visa card. So I have one. Oh, I'm out of focus again. I have a Disney Visa card. No, I am not a Disney Visa card pusher. No, I do not get kickbacks if everyone in YouTube starts getting the Disney Visa card. I just happen to physically love my card. So why should you get this dang thing? I love this card because you earn points. Specifically, you earn Disney dollars. So by getting the card, I charge everything on my card. If I can pay a bill on my credit card, I will. I put as much as I possibly can on my credit card, and of course I pay it off every month. But in exchange, I earn Disney points, which turns into Disney dollars. You can use these dollars for paying for your trip. And yes, I do. I use it to pay for my trip. You can use it for shopping at the Disney store. Don't use it for that because we would rather go on vacation. You can use it while you're at Disney to pay for souvenirs and extra treats and extra fun. You can use it to pay for the holiday tickets that don't come with your package. You can use it to pay for pretty much anything Disney. And since I know I'm going, why not? So let's see, this last trip, which was in December, I cashed in $700 worth of points, and I used it towards paying for my resort package. So once you've earned enough points, I forget how much the minimum you have to earn, like 20 or $50 or something. They send you like a credit card in the mail, and that has your points on it. And you can decide how many points you want on that card. So if you have more points than you think you want to spend, then don't put that many points on your card. So I cashed in like $600, $700 on my card. I got the card in the mail, and then I typed the card in, or as your travel agent, I would type the card in. And I paid $700 towards my trip free. I did not have to pay for this, people. It was free. It was just me physically using this card. I got $700 for free. Okay, now get this. I used $700. I just checked my statement. Here's my statement. I already have $300 on this sucker. I cashed in the $700 in December. It's not even March yet. $300, which means I can add that $300 to the same card and use it on my cruise. I can use it to pay for port excursions. I can use it to pay for tips. I can use it to pay for souvenirs because my cruise is already paid for. I'm already paid in full. I can use it for those other things. Free. People, free. Free $300 that I can go send my kids off to go do some sort of excursion, or we as a family obviously would do the excursion together. Free. The other perk about this is for some people, they don't have the money for their trip as soon as they had hoped. Something happens and they just don't have the cash flow. When using the card and booking a trip, you get 0 APR% for 6 months, which means for your final due date for your trip, if you can't pay whatever's left, $2,000, $3,000, whatever's left. You have 6 months when putting the money on your card from charging your card, 6 months from that date to pay it off to the credit card company. It's like extending your final payment by 6 months. So for those 2 reasons alone, I love this card. Plus, on top of that, here's the card again. Woo-hoo. On top of this, they have perks at the park. So there's special, I'm dark again. There's special meet and greets you can do for only Chase Visa card holders. There's special discounts you can get, like you spend $50 at the Disney store and you get 10% off. There's those other little perks which are great as well, but I love it for the free money. So $700 plus $300, that's $1,000 I got for free for using the card. All I did was use the card. I never had to pay an interest rate, never had to pay a fee because I always pay my bills on time. $1,000, people, $1,000. So between the $800 that my kids saved and the $1,000 on the Chase Visa, $1,800. How can you go wrong? Just, I can't even. That's just crazy to me. Excuse me, we're all sort of recovering from sickness here. The other thing, I personally do not do this. A lot of my clients do this, is they get a Disney gift card. See? I don't know why it's so blurry. But anyway, that's a Disney gift card. So why would you use a Disney gift card? So the way to save with the Disney gift card is A, grandma can buy it. You can buy it. Anyone can buy it. It's someone's birthday. It's Christmas. It's the holidays. What should we get your children? Get them Disney gift cards. We can use it towards our trip. The other thing is certain places like Target will give you a certain percent off. I think it's like 5% if you use your Target Red card or something. I don't know. I don't do it. And you can get percentage off by buying these cards. So that percentage off, so say it was like a $50 gift card and you only had to pay $45. Well, you just saved $5. Now the perk to that is, what if you buy $2,000 worth of cards? How much could you have saved then? You do the math. Think about it. But a lot of people will do this. Now I will say, I don't personally do this for one reason and one reason alone. And let me warn you of this reason because I think it's really a reason to think about. Disney has an excellent cancellation policy. If for some reason you have to cancel your trip, I'm talking extreme medical, car, crazy reason, and you have to cancel your trip, you get your money back the way you paid. So if you paid with your Disney Visa card, you would get cash back on your Visa. If you pay with a gift card, you got cash back on your gift card. Now think about this. That's great if your reason for canceling wasn't that big of a deal and you're going to go again next year. Fine, keep the cash. But what if the reason you canceled was something like you can't pay your bills? Something majorly medical happened and you need cash fast. And the one way to get your cash back is to cancel your Disney vacation. But not if you paid with a gift card. Nope. You're going to get back your cash on a gift card. Thus, paying your medical bills cannot happen by canceling your Disney vacation because you can't pay the hospital with a Disney gift card. You just can't. Same thing happened. I had a family, got in a car wreck, totaled their car. They obviously needed to buy a new car. And car seats and the whole thing, and the insurance was being weird. Anyway, they had to cancel their Disney vacation to have the money back to help pay for like a starter car, a loaner car, a something car before insurance kicked in or something. I forget the crazy scenario. But she paid $3,000 in gift cards. Guess what? Canceling her Disney vacation did not help her whatsoever. So my thing about this is, don't get crazy. Some people get crazy and they will pay their whole trip on Disney gift cards. That's great if that's what you're into. Great. I'm not going to say anything bad about that. But just think about what could happen. The what ifs. The what ifs are too scary for me. I would like to know that if an emergency happened, I could get actual cash back, actual money back on my card, actual something back, not just Disney gift card money. So something to think about. Also, I have a client whose kids, I think they're in a private school. The school will sell gift cards and the school will then get a kickback. And I think the person who buys the gift card also gets a kickback. So the perk to this is you're helping your kid's school and you're getting a kickback. And my client buys just a couple $100 worth because that helps her out just enough. So that's the other thing is, rather than putting your whole trip invested in gift cards, how about just a couple hundred? But this is another way to save, because if you know you want to save for Disney, every time you go to Target, buy a gift card. Every time you go wherever and they sell gift cards, buy a gift card, add it to your grocery bill. When you add up, you might have $500, $1,000 worth of gift cards, and that was your way of saving. And if you did it through a place like Target where you got a 5% off kickback, you kind of saved money. You saved money and you got a deal. So Target gift card, another way people kind of save. So there you go. My other thing, I wrote notes. My other thing about how to save money is just budget. So a lot of people, especially local people to me, my family, wow, Nina, you go to Disney so often, you must be rich. How do you do it? Blah, blah, blah. What people don't realize is my family puts vacations first. Well, family first, then family vacations first, which means how we budget our household really reflects that we put vacations first, which means we are not eating out at restaurants. We just don't. We do not go to the movies. I take my daughter to the movie once in a great moon, like for the Star Wars premiere, I might take her. We do not go out to see movies. We get Netflix. It's cheaper. It's $5. We get Netflix. We do not do these crazy things that other families do with their kids that cost more money. We just don't do those things. We do not go to Starbucks and get coffee. We do not, I can't even think of things because we just don't do them. We literally stay home and do our family thing at home, go on family walks, go to the park, do little picnics, things like that that don't cost a ton of money. We do this because we are saving for our next adventure. So all those people who think, wow, they go to Disney all the time, they must be flooded with the cash. No, we are not. We also don't have the latest and greatest in technology. We bought a flat screen TV this past December, which means all these years that all of you all have had a flat screen TV, we still had the giant thick box TV that weighed 1,000 pounds. Yes, that's right. We also live in a teeny house. We didn't want to put the money into getting a huge house when this little house works fine. Of course, I would love to upgrade and get a slightly bigger one. But, the point is that you need to put priorities first. What is more important to you? Is it more important to have more fun on the weekends and do those little things like eating out and going to movies with your kids? Then great. For us, it's all about the adventures. It's making money, Disney style, or any other, grand adventure vacation we might take. So it's just priorities. A lot of people can do both. We, for whatever reason, don't. We just don't. We save our money for vacations. Another way to save money is flights. Now, some people drive, and obviously that's a huge way to save money. But for those of you who fly, I don't think you realize sometimes that flights change. The cost of flights change hourly, daily, weekly. I get so many people who, oh my gosh, the flights are so expensive. How do you fly to Disney? Well, were you looking right? Did you check? I literally will check every day for weeks. And then once I get an idea of when the flights are cheaper, like say every Tuesday they come out cheaper, then I will check every Tuesday or every Thursday or whatever it is that I think the cheaper flights come out. And then once I see a flight price that I've never seen before, I score it. You don't have to buy your flights immediately. As soon as you book your trip with Disney, it's not like, oh, let's go get our flights now. No, you can wait. You can wait and you can price shop for those flights. The other thing people don't realize is sometimes it's cheaper to fly out on a Tuesday versus a Saturday. Sometimes it's cheaper to fly out a blah, blah, blah day versus another day. Those are things to look into if you are not vacation date specific. So often before I'll book your trip, I'll say, did you look into flights? Did you check? Now, sometimes if you've booked a year in advance, then that's not really going to help you. But for the people who book, for spring break and they wanted to book it in January, I would have said, hey, did you check to see what flights would have been cheaper? Is it cheaper for you to leave out a Tuesday? Because it could save you like a couple $100s a person to flight hop. The other thing is I personally do not book cheap flights. I'm a Delta girl. I do Delta. I've had a lot of clients that have had issues with some of the cheaper flight companies, airlines. So I don't usually recommend those. But again, to each his own. If you like a certain airline, then go for it. I'm a Delta girl. I will always tell you I fly Delta. Also, per my location, we have a hub here in Delta. I can easily fly to Orlando for $220 to $250 a person. That is my, good rate, flight rate for us. And I know that. So when I see that flight rate, I'm like, yeah, score. I'm going to book that right now. So those are things to kind of get an eye on, is what's a good flight price for you per your location to wherever you're going. The other thing, let's see, is, me. I can save you money, believe it or not. As your travel agent, I hunt and hunt for those deals. The rumor mills will start coming out, and I know which rumors to trust and which ones not to trust, and I can kind of get an idea based on history when a deal came out, and I will start looking and looking for this deal. So when a deal is going to go live, I will literally be up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., any a.m. I can possibly get up, checking to see if that deal came out. And if that deal came out, I will go through my stacks and stacks of people who have already booked, and I am whipping through them to see which one of you I can save money for. I do this all the time for free. It's part of booking with me. That's just what I do. A lot of people will ask, well, Nina, if I book now, what if a deal comes out? What do I do? Guess what? You don't have to do anything, because I do it. I take care of it for you. So there's a big old famous deal everyone loves to talk about called free dining. It happens in the fall. I have people that specifically want free dining, which is kind of difficult because Disney at any point in time can take away this deal. They love to change the dates on that deal as well. So it's getting harder and harder to predict. Yes, for sure, September 15th is going to hit the deal. We really have no clue. All we can do is guess based on years and years of history. But in general, we don't really know when the deal comes out or what the dates are going to be or for what the resorts are going to be. No one knows this information. So if you see it on the web that someone knows, they don't know. No one knows. Only Disney knows. And sometimes Disney doesn't even know, because until it's live and it happened and it was announced, no one knows. All we can do at this point is guess. But my point is, if I know you're hunting for a deal, I'll let you know. The other thing is if a deal comes out and you've already booked with me, I hook you up. If it's for the right dates, the right resort, the right amount of tickets, the right whatever, Disney puts their little stipulation, their little rules and regulations on their deals. If you qualify, I'm going to score it for you. And then I'm going to send you an email that says, guess what? I saved you $1,200. I saved you $500. I saved you $200. Or sometimes I'll say in your email, I saved you $15. But if you upgrade to the next resort, you can get that resort for practically the same price that you're paying for your current one, which in that case is a deal. You didn't really save necessarily, but you got a perk, you got an upgrade. So it really just depends on the who, what, when, where, and why. But the point is I'm looking out for you. That's what I do. If there's a deal out there that I can get you, I'm going to get it for you. So I book with Disney, through Disney, the Disney booking system. So if it's a Disney deal, a Disney announced deal, I can get it. I can hook you up. Again, if you qualify, there's always those rules and regulations. Fine print, people, got to read the fine print. There's always some resorts that are always excluded. But in general, I hook up as many people as I can. I saved one lady $1,800. And sometimes I save people $36. But it really just depends on, the who, what, when, where, why, and how, and all those things. So in general, this is how I save for Disney. I love my fun jar. Kids can be a part of it. I love my Disney Visa card by Chase Visa. Look into it. I was looking for a Visa card that got me some perks, and that gives me perks I will actually use. Don't forget to tell grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, whoever, birthday's coming up, Easter, whatever, get me a gift card. I can use it. And book with me, because I will find you that deal, because that's just what I do. I love saving people money, actually. I love sending out that email. Guess what? I saved you $638. So anyway, there you go. This is my video on how to save for Disney, or how I save for Disney, or basically the smart way to save for Disney. You got to put your eye on the prize. The prize is Disney. So how can your family get yourselves to Disney? For mine, it's just not spending money on things we don't really need, or staying home and finding other ways to entertain ourselves that don't cost a lot of money. I know some of you are like, wow, that sounds boring, but I'm going on a Disney cruise in 2 weeks, and that doesn't sound boring to me. So it really just depends on what you want to do with your money. But I feel like everyone has a way to get to Disney. You just have to maybe cut and paste a little bit in your lives to get you there. So anyway, again, this was Nina on how I save how I save for Disney. So again, thanks for watching. Come back next time, and yeah, mahalo. Bye. Nina out.